Okay, now it's clear, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, nice. So I'm just going to start again. Now, for the basic, let's just start from here. So we're going to review this. So now, our topic one says we are treating basic and algo structure, right? Now, I'm sure everybody knows what is a basic structure is. Probably you've done it somewhere before, yeah? Basic structure are those higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows. Do you understand? So let's go back here. Now, this is an higher high. This is, let me look at this. This is higher high, right? Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Yeah. This is a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? Now, for the algo structure, first thing you need to know about algo structure is are called ranges. Now, what is a range? I'm sure most people have given you range cycle. Like I don't know if you have seen them here, but when price is moving in a downtrend, right? When price is moving in the downtrend and price does something like this, price sweeps a low and breaks an high. Yeah, this is a range. This is actually a range. Now, the range will now be from here, from this high, right, to this low, making this a range. Now, what do you expect price to come and do? We expect price to come back inside the range, come back here inside the range, and go back probably to a PY and sell, right? Now, if that happens, we now have our new range, a sweep right here and a break right here, right? Now we now have our new range. Now, something you should know also about this is there are different kind of range. There's that kind of range and there's singular range. Do you get? Now, what I mean by that is when price sweeps an high, right, and breaks down. Do you get? You expect price to do what? You expect price to just come back and keep going down, right? Now, this is a range. We consider this a range high, and we consider this a break. Now, you need to take note of this. The way that most people can see the range. You can just see probably a sweep or break anything. Do you get? But right here, our sweep must be. Let me. Where's that? Where's that stuff? Mhm. Our sweep must be a sweep of a candle eye. Our sweep must be. Let's say there's a candle right here. It's not like a singular candle here. There's a candle right here, and there's also another candle. Let's see here. There's also another candle here, and there's also another candle probably at this point. Yeah. Now, the wicks will be higher than one. Now, this there's a wick right here, right? Now, this can only be considered a sweep if price sweeps is the high and breaks below. Do you understand? I'm sure you know what I mean by that. This is like a sweep. Yeah. Now, for the break has to be weak to body. You get most people use body to body, but I always use weak to body. Now, there's always a weak right here, right? Before you can consider this a swing point right here, price has to break below the wick. Do you understand? Price has to break below the wick. But as for the sweep, price doesn't need to break above the wick. It can just sweep above it. It can just sweep above it, and that's quite okay. Do you understand? But to be sure about the break, price have to break the low of the week or the high of the week. Anyway, if for a bullish, price has to break above it. Do you understand? Price has to break above this week high. Do you get? Consider this a range for price to buy or from. Do you understand? So for the algo range, now there are different kinds of algo range, right? There are different kinds of algo range. Here is this, like, let's use the bullish scenario. Let us say price has swept a low. Let us use this. Price swept this low right here and breaks above, right? What do you expect price to do? You expect price to come back and move up, right? making this a sweep right here and a break right here, right? Now, the next one we should consider is when price sweeps a low, let's say price sweeps this low, then creates something like this, comes back, retraces, and gives us this. This is we expect price to take this out this low and move, right? Now you can notice there's something here. Price gave us a sweep and break right here, right? Price gave us is very good sweep and break right here. But did price give us a sweep and break right here? Price didn't give us a sweep and break right here. So we can consider this probably our inducement. Do you get? But it's not every time we use it as an inducement. Most times it might just stand there. Price can still use it and buy. That's when we get to POIs. I will teach you about that. But for now, we expect price to just come back to that low and buy. Do you get? Now, there's also one more like this. Let's say price sweeps a low. Yeah, price sweeps a low and breaks above it, right? Now, price retraced, but price couldn't break this high. Anytime you see price cannot break this high and it's coming back, expect this low to hold. Any POI that is around here won't hold. Do you get? So you expect this low to get taken out and still buy. Do you get? This break doesn't mean even if it breaks this low right here, this break doesn't mean we are bearish. Do you understand? This break doesn't mean we are bearish because we still have our strong low right here. Do you understand? We still have our strong low right here. Now, same thing for the bullish scenario. Let's see if I can change it. Inverse scale. Now, look at this. Explaining this, sweep, the break, price retrace back and sell. Can you see this? Price retrace back and it's moved like rapidly. You get now, yeah, the sweep, the break, price retraced, but didn't take out any high. Price might always go back there and take out that high. Do you understand? So for the third one, the sweep, the break, price couldn't break this low. So it went back to the high, taking it out and using this strong high. Do you understand? To sell. Now, something you should now know about putting it together is now anytime you see this basic structure, anytime you see a basic structure, yeah, anytime you see a basic structure, you would most likely see an algo structure inside the range of the basic structure. Like probably this. Then price retracing right here and coming down probably here and going back again. Do you understand? Now we have a break right here. Now take note about what I'm about to say now. Take note about what I'm about to say right here. Now, this eye right here, this eye right here would be same as this eye right here. Let me add a break here. Let me just increase this and give us a break right here. This here. So this eye right here would be same eye right here. Do you understand? Let me add something there. Yeah. So back to what I was saying. This eye right here will be same of this eye right here. Do you understand? And this low right here would be this low right here. This eye right here would be this eye right here. This low right here would be this low right here. Then this eye right here would be this eye right here. So this retracement is what is going to happen next and goes up. I hope you guys are following. So now, anytime you see price giving us probably a bullish, like something like this, bullish just keeps on buying like this, probably on the 4 hour. I can bet you, when you go to the 30 minutes, you will see an algo structure there. So now, that is the way you catch like this. That's the way you put the structure, the algo structure and basic structure. I'm sure most people online they just teach you about basic structure is there, algo structure is there, but they don't really tell you details that inside the basic structure you will most likely find the algo structure on the 30 minutes or lower. Do you get? I hope you guys are following me. I hope the network is not cutting. I don't want to know I'm not talking to myself.
No, the network is okay.
Okay, nice. So anytime you see a basic structure, most especially on the 4 hour on the daily, you always see something like the algo structure on the 4 hour time frame. Sorry, on the 30 minutes time frame. Once you get to the 4 hour time frame, you might see this. When you get to 30 minutes time frame, you might see this. You understand? So that's how is it's always like going. Probably let's go to the bearish part. Let's see invert scale. Now we are bearish here, right? Now let's add the time frame there. Now on this time frame, yeah, you can find it when you are finding this basic structure. I don't want you to be finding it on the 1 hour. I don't want you to be finding it on the 2 hour. The only place that you should be finding this from is on the weekly. On the weekly, let me see. On the weekly, on the daily, and on the 4 hour time frame. Then for this algo structure, where you'll be looking for it for is on just the you can see it on the 4 hours. So on the 4 hour, 1 hour and 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Do you understand? Now, why did I say you can see it on the 4 hour? Right? Now, if you get this on the weekly, if you get this algo structure or this basic structure on the weekly, right? You don't go to your 1 hour to find your algo structure. You go to your 4 hour to find your algo structure. If you are getting this on the weekly or most especially on the daily and the weekly, you might go to the 4 hour and get this. Now, if you are getting this on the 4 hour time frame, if you are getting the basic structure on the 4 hour time frame, you go to your 30 minutes, 1 hour to find this algo structure. Are you getting me? So I think let's check some examples. Let's check some examples. Let's check some examples. So now, so I didn't mention something. Now, this basic structure, this basic structure, it doesn't matter if is this probably price is breaking highs. Are you getting me? It doesn't matter if price is breaking highs. The one I use the most is the key levels, like on the line charts. Do you understand? These breaks. Look at this break on the okay. This is 30 minutes time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame. Now, these breaks on the 4 hour time frame. Look at this. We have a break right here, right? Let's use a different one. We have a break right here, right? We have another break right here, right? We have another break right here, right? We have another break right here, right? Now, so on and so forth. Look at the 4 hour breaks. You are seeing the 4 hour breaks, right? Now, look at all these 4 hour breaks. Look at all these 4 hour breaks. Now, before it turned bullish here, what did you see? Notice? What did you notice happen? Look at this 4 hour break. When price wanted to turn bullish, what did he do? Basic structure. This is like the basic of all. What did he do? Price only has to break this for us to know we're bullish. Now, we don't start expecting that price is going to come down, and continue. Do you get? Once price has given us a break of an high, even if it's like this is a break right here. This is a break right here. If price now sells to this place and still give us a break, we are only looking at this break. We don't care about here. We don't care about all these places anymore. We're only looking at this from year to year. This break. That's what we're looking for because that's what price is used. As you can see, that is what is happening on the screen. You get. Look at this. All these breaks. All these breaks. All these breaks. All these breaks. There's a reason for this. There's a reason for this. This is with like candle anatomy or stuff. You get most times price might let me know those getting there first. So now you can see all these breaks on the that's on the 4 hour time frame, right? Now we find our breaks on the basic on the line charts on the 4 hour. Are you getting me? Now look at all these breaks. If we go to our 30 minutes, if we go to our 30 minutes, we're going to see our range right there. Let's go to the 1 hour first and check for our range. I hope you guys are following. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but your screen was like fixed. It was just stagnant at some point. It was
Is
frozen
it
at some
working
point.
now? It's working now, yeah?
Yeah, it's quite stable now.
Okay.
It's quite stable now.
This is the 30 minutes. I don't know what's wrong with all this network. Now, if you look at this, what can you see here? This is our break right here. So sorry. So this is our break right here, right? Now, where did we have? We didn't even have a sweep here. We didn't have any sweep here. So this doesn't matter. This matters actually because right here we had this. Look at this. I didn't mention something before. Now our range can be on the line charts. You get just like this. Look at what happened here. Price swept here and broke breakdown. You get our range can be on the line chart. But starting out, I prefer that you just keep it on the candlestick chart. Do you understand? So we didn't have any range right here. Did this break the low? This break okay, look at this. This broke this low, right? Now we had this range from here. We had this sweep right here and this break. Price came back inside the range and moved, probably taking this out here. If you look at this right here, look at what I explained. Look at what I explained to you. Now we had the break right here. We had the break right here. Now in this break, we had this sweep, right? We had this sweep. Now after having that sweep, where this is the one that we're going to be using. Did this break the any high? Didn't, right? Now price went down where? Like it came close to this high, right? But price didn't close above it. Can you see this? Price didn't close above it. Where did it come to? The low. You get it came down to the low. So we wouldn't have been using that. Now, until price now closed above it, we now have our range. Where's our range? From here, the sweep right here, and this is the break right here. Weak to body. You understand? We now have our weak to body break. Now, looking at this, we have what a sweep right here. Price give this here, here, right? Give this here, give this here, retracement, retracement. Now, did what? Price came down. You get now, cause it broke this low, doesn't mean we are bearish. Do you understand? Doesn't mean we are bearish. Price came down here and did what? It went back up. Right now we have a new range. Where is our new range? We have this price sweeping this last low and breaking this high, right? Price sweeping this last low and breaking this high. Now, what's what I told you? You see, price didn't come back after price broke this place. It gave another break right here. It gave another break right here on the 4-hour time frame. Right now, we had a sweep right here. Where is it? We had a sweep right here. Was it here? Sweep right here and a break right here. Now we have our range. Range here, anybody that trade this kind of fair value gap and probably breaker block would have gotten into this trade. Do you get? So now we have that. Let's check for more 4-hour time frame and 30 minutes range. If you look at this right here, we had one here. This break right here. We had a break. Where is it? We had this break right here. And also we had this break. There's a little break here. I think so. Let me check the line chart. Okay, no break there. But we had this break right here. Also, for this buy, we had this break right here. Look at how little this break is. We had break right here. This break, we had it right. Now, if you go to the, let me set it. This sell break now. If you go to the 30 minutes, look at before we move, the break that I'm talking about is this one. Look at this. If we're using this candle right here, before this candle opened, we would have been considering this break. Immediately we see this break, we find our range. You get is after once the 4 hour closes, then you find your range on the 30 minutes. So on the 30 minutes, let's see. On the 30 minutes, when was that break? Let me see. 3 p.m. Okay, price already swept the key level before it even closed. Price already swept here before that 4 hour candle closed. Was it here? Yeah, price already swept before the 4 hour candle closed. But right here we had the cleans. Look at this. Now, this is something you should now note about all this. Assuming you didn't wait for price to close, the 4 hour time frame to close. We had the clean range right there. We had the clean range and price hasn't closed right there. Let me show you. This is our range. Look at this. We had this price swept this low and broke above this high, right? Now we have a range right there. This is our range, right? Seeing that this is our range and price swept this low, right? But now the 4 hour has given us an high, right? But it hasn't closed above here. But this range have been already set. Do you understand? The range has already formed. But on our 4 hour time frame, we haven't closed above this high. So if you haven't closed above this high on the 4 hour time frame, price is just lingering. You don't have any business with this range until 4 hour closes. Until when you see 4 hour closes above it, until when you see 4 hour closes above it, before you can say, okay, yeah, you want to enter a trade here. Do you understand? So that's what this came back here. So now for this one, after price gave us a break right there, what happened next? Price gave us what? Our range. Is our range a sweep right here and a break right here? Or you can use this. Why did I use this? Because this is also like a range low for a buy. You get price swept this low and give us a break here and give us a break right here. Do you understand? But price later broke the low, making this like a sweep and break. You get. So that's why I see price just came back to it and bought. Have you understood? Now right here we had this. Yeah, let me check if there was a break right here. We had this sweep and we had this break. Right? We had this sweep and we had this break. If we go to the 30 minutes, let's see if there's something like a break there. 4 hour time frame. Okay, no break there, just candles. So so are you guys understanding? Are you there? Can you guys hear me? So that will be all for the 30 minutes 4 hour range. Yeah. You guys can hear me? Okay. So lastly, for this um for the last part of this call. So I want everyone to go to their chat this night, and the assignment should be submitted before 12. You get me? 5 basic structure, 5 algo structure. Do you understand? On any pair that you want. So that will be all for tonight. Let's hold on a bit. Let me check something. Um. So yeah, putting both time frame together. That's all right there. So that will be all for the night. If you have any questions, you can send it to my TM. Let's see. You watch the you watch the video again and you send your questions. I'll be available to answer questions. Yeah.